start at the top of it then. You guys, whoever doesn't know you, won't forget them if you ever see them out. They're going to walk about 5 foot higher than everybody else. Reminds me, actually, we were talking before we started filming about menswear, because I know you guys are into kind of menswear as well. I have a friend out of Paul Stewart in New York. His name's Victor.
I
You know Victor?
Yeah.
I think you guys would fit in perfectly in New York.
He's got good style.
Yes, he does. He does. And like all the men in New York are like 7 foot taller or something like that, you know. But I remember going to visit Victor and Paul Stewart in New York, and I got a picture with him, and I looked like a child next to him, you know, much in the same way I did when I came in and was talking with you guys. But so to the people out there that may not know who you are at first glance, tell us a little bit about yourself.
My name is Jacob Rossi. We say Rossi because that's how it's pronounced.
Rossi?
Rossi, yeah, it's Italian.
Uh-huh.
People have called us Rossi our entire lives.
Oh, really?
So it wasn't until
That's a plural Rossi, isn't it?
Yeah. It wasn't until my wedding 8 years ago that we kind of told everybody, it's Rossi. This is the pronunciation we're going to go with.
Yeah.
Now, go to Middletown. No one's going to pronounce it like that.
Right.
Rossi and Rossi, you'll think they're two different people.
Yeah.
So it's like Johnson or Smith here. That's how common it is in Italy.
Yeah.
So my name's Jacob. This is Justin. Obviously, we're identical twins.
It's not obvious.
Well, when we had the same hairstyle.
Yeah, maybe because you got a little bit of a
Yeah.
5 o'clock shadow.
Yeah.
You got a little bit more of the flowing locks going on. So there's some, maybe that's intentional so you don't look.
Yeah,
strictly-
helps people tell us apart.
Yeah.
We're both photographers. We grew up in Franklin, still live in Franklin. We like to travel a lot. I do want to say, like right off the bat, we do not do photography full time.
Okay.
It is not what we make a living on.
That's interesting to me because that would be the impression I would have.
Right. Yeah.
You guys have a website for photography and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
So what do you do normally?
So I teach at Middletown High School.
Oh, really?
Special ed.
Huh.
He does the same thing at Franklin. I'm
Really?
Franklin Junior High. So we're both intervention specialists.
Wow.
We have the same job. We have the same hobbies.
Special education?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm 8th grade, so he's high school. My wife's name's Chloe. His girlfriend's name's Chloe. So everything we do is pretty much the same.
Do you have those moments like when you're separated from each other and like you could just tell something's going on with the other one? You got called and be like, hey, you okay?
Like twin
Yeah.
We've had some things here and there, but we'll be thinking the same thing, or I'll text him something and then he'll say, I swear I was about ready to text you the same thing. So those things do happen.
Yeah.
But pretty much everything about us is very, very similar.
So I've known maybe 2 or 3 sets of twins my whole life. And it seems, based upon what you see on TV and what you may experience in real life, they either love it and they like go to the nines trying to match everything they do, or they hate it and they're like, you got a goth and like a preppy, you know, like something completely different.
A part of me today thought we should dress the same, but then I was like, that's not authentic because we never dress the same.
Yeah.
I mean, we dress alike,
but
we're never wearing the same exact clothes. But
Yeah.
I thought it would be cool for this, but again, it's not. It wouldn't be authentic. Yeah, and we're best friends. We've always been best friends. Like, it's nice having a twin because you always have someone to do something with. And
I can imagine.
when you like all the same things, it makes it so much easier.
Do you guys, have you noticed, like, as you get older, like me, I'm 43, I think, I might be 44, 43, I think. With children and wife and everything you're involved in, there's not a whole lot of time that I have, at least. I'm involved with church and all kinds of stuff, so I don't have a lot of like guy friends that I like go to the guys and hang out with the guys, that kind of thing. Back when we were growing up, you had different sitcoms and stuff where the men would go off and hang out with their friends in the garage or go to the bar or something. I don't have friends like that. I have friends, but it's not like that. And so do you have like friends that outside of your relationship with your brother?
Yeah, our friend group is the exact same as well.
So my question about that was, do you feel a difference in the connection that you have, not just as brothers,
Mhm.
but as friends, different than the friendships you have outside of your brother.
I mean, I guess in a way.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, we share things with each other that we wouldn't share with our guy group of
Right.
friends. The good thing
What are
is,
some of those things?
just like personal life type stuff,
I'm
like
just kidding.
things going on at
Yeah.
home or whatever.
Yeah.
But the good thing is, because we're so alike, our hobbies are the same. So, you know, if we're gonna hang out, well, smoking a cigar
Yeah.
is an excuse to hang out.
Yeah.
Going out and taking pictures.
Yeah.
That's an excuse. Whereas our other friends aren't really into the cigars and
The coffee,
Yeah.
the specialty
Yeah.
coffee, and going to try different coffees out and
Yeah.
stuff like that. So those are all excuses to hang out. But we play in the Franklin Scramble with a couple buddies, so
Is that like a basketball thing?
golf.
Golf.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's
Scramble.
good to do in the
Yeah.
summer.
So
That's-
every,
yeah.
it's every Friday.
Yeah.
$15, you can't beat it. It's
A lot of
cheapest
people
golf around.
participate in
Yeah.
that. Is that the Franklin Golf Club?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, it's a good time.
It's fun.
Starting off with the most basic, superficial element of who you are. Now, you from Franklin? You still live in Franklin?
Yes.
What is it? Because there's now two different. It's kind of dynamic because I know you two as photographers, mainly through Instagram.
Mhm.
If you're on there for a long period of time and you amass any amount of following, then obviously you have a market that
Right.
people can sell stuff to.
Yeah.
And I've had people send me clothes and cologne and all kinds of stuff. Like, has anything like that ever opened up?
So for what we do, the kind of photography that we do, a lot of Airbnbs
Yeah.
will reach out. And sometimes it's free stays, sometimes there's compensation. You know, you go, say there's an Airbnb in Vermont and they want you to come during the fall.
Yeah.
Well, we'll go out there for 2 days or 3 days, however long we come to an agreement on. And we capture the space, we post it on Instagram, TikTok. Hopefully the thing blows up because that means we did
Yeah.
our job very well. It helps them gain traction. People want to book with you.
Yes.
So when you build up a following, you want those followers to be really engaged with what
Yes.
you do.
Right.
So if a company is going to give you something and you're going to promote it, your followers need to click on the link and buy it. If
Yeah.
not, then they're just there.
That's something a lot of people don't realize is you may have 15, 30, 100, 200,000 followers,
Mhm.
but the amount of people who will then go that extra step of doing something as a result of you saying so.
Those are loyal followers.
Yeah, and then going to buy something on top of that, like there's a very small percentage of all those followers that's going to go on that way with you. So I don't think a lot of people understand that. You guys do do you do much video?
We don't. Most of the video that we do is like on our phones.
Yeah,
We learn pretty quick. Like that's the easiest thing. And sometimes you put all this work in, you put the time in, you get your camera out, you edit it, and
Yeah.
all of that. It's not necessary.
yeah,
Reels, I mean, a cell phone's perfect.
yes,
It's quick, it's easy, and that gets the job done.
yeah,
Now, I'm of the opinion that the cell phone, the Reels, has allowed people to be less creative. You know what
Yeah,
I mean? Because I've had several Reels. He's had a lot of Reels blow up, millions of views, and there's not much to it.
yeah,
And as a creative person, it's kind of upsetting, kind of disappointing that
Yeah.
that's what it takes to blow up.
yeah,
We see videos all the time of people who've blown up who you look at their work and you're just kind of like, you know, I feel like my work's
yeah.
better.
Oh,
you know?
I know exactly what you
Yeah.
mean. For me, my Instagram experience has evolved over, I think, going on 9 years now. And some of the people out there that have 50, 100, 150, 200,000 followers, sometimes it's not all that it's made out to be, because you'll go through and look at their engagement,
Mhm.
and it's all emojis and stuff like that. Some of them are bought.
Yeah, Instagram has all these rules, like, or you'll see videos come up on how to get better
Yeah.
engagement. It's like, do this, say this, and
Yeah.
you need to have this many whatever in this post, and
Hashtags, no hashtags.
Yes.
It's tag accounts, don't
Yeah,
tag
Yes.
it's
accounts.
like what is the answer?
Proper
It's
crop
constantly
size.
changing.
Yeah, for me, I thought it was, I needed that blue check mark.
Right,
That was gonna get me, because now they charge for it.
yes,
It's like, for the lowest one, it's like $15 a month.
yeah,
So I started thinking, maybe I'm not getting engagement because I'm not paying Instagram $15 a month, so they're not pushing my stuff.
Yeah.
But don't go look at other people who aren't verified and their stuff's doing fine. So I think it just goes through cycles.
yeah, I think it changes.
Obviously for us, we're known for our autumn content.
Yeah,
That's how we got a larger following.
yeah,
Our following in the fall skyrockets.
yeah,
Throughout the rest of the year, it
It
slowly
goes
drops.
yeah.
It
I've-
drops.
Yeah, I've lost 3,000 since probably January.
Dude, that's the most bizarre thing to me. I don't know of very many accounts that I've followed to where I've unfollowed them because they're not posting enough.
Mm-hmm.
Like they've posted some bizarre stuff on them. Man, this isn't what I thought you were into, and I've unfollowed them. You know,
Yeah.
Right.
but I've never been like, they haven't posted in a couple weeks. I'm gonna unfollow. I don't
Yeah.
know anyone who does that.
It's like you're whatever your niche is. It's like you have to stick with that.
Yeah.
You can't divert from it.
Yeah.
Right? Exactly.
We'll post fall stuff. We'll do great. We'll
But
post.
we're also interested in more than just
Yes.
fall.
Yes.
Like we like cigars, we like menswear, we like
Yeah.
coffee, we like sports photography.
Mhm. I can't bring myself to post a sports photo because my following
They'd be
would
like,
be
why
like,
is he posting this?
what is this?
Yeah. I'm Matt Tench. You know, home is where we live in the present, reflect on the past, and make decisions about who we're going to be in the future. There may come a time in your life where you decide for you, your family, or your business, you need to change locations to best suit who you are at the time. I've had the opportunity to represent many people in various circumstances throughout my life, and I want you to know that no one takes this more seriously than I do. I know that your home or your business location is one of the most critical issues you'll ever face in your life. For many of you, it's your most valuable asset. So if that time should come, I want you to know I'm your realtor. Call me at 513-464-9836. What kind of limits other creators is they don't know how to capture a photo to say anything. But with your ability to do that, it seems like it would have the ability. And I know, you know, life is busy. You know, you got a girlfriend, you have a wife,
Full-time
you have a
job, family.
Yeah. It takes a lot of effort, and you don't really get to see how much time and effort. And I'm sure when you're editing a photo, the different scales and, you know, the different saturations and all this stuff, these are things that you probably spend a lot of time just tweaking.
Yeah, and I know it affects his family, it affects my girlfriend, because I look at every trip as what photos can I put on this
Yes.
trip? She's not thinking
Yes.
of that at all.
Yes.
So,
Yeah, photography is constantly on our mind, no matter
Yes.
where we go. Driving down the street today,
Yeah.
oh, that'd be a good shot. Pull over here, do that.
Yeah. Because they're moments. You're capturing moments.
right, and I can tell in my head that, like, that's gonna be a good shot.
That's a dramatic.
And I'll be driving in the car, and Chloe will be next to me, and I'm like, she'll be like, you wanna get out and get that? I'm like, no, but I really want
Yeah,
to.
you really want to.
And she's really good about it. She doesn't care, but it just shows like that's one thing you have to take into account. Like, if you were single, sure, you can go do whatever you want, whenever you want.
When we started photography, we wanted to do landscapes, strictly landscapes. Maybe you can do that in Ohio. I'm not that interested in Ohio landscapes. I mean, you got Hocking Hills and some parks that are really nice.
Maybe. I mean, it's farm country.
Yeah, I mean, you have these photographers who live in Montana, Wyoming, California.
Yes.
They can do that.
Yes.
So we wanted to do landscapes, and we did. We went on a 2-week trip out west where we didn't plan anything. We missed some big parks.
That
We
was
drove,
really-
we drove right through. We wanted to get to Redwood.
Yeah.
So we flew into Vegas. We wanted to go to Redwood. We drive straight through Yosemite in the middle of the night. People are like, why would you drive through Yosemite? Well, we did. We got to Redwood. Looking back at it,
There
we
was a
didn't
lot
get
of
what
missed
we-
opportunities. We went to like 9 states in 14 days.
it was the equivalent of driving to Washington, D.C. from Franklin every single day. That's how much we drove. And
And it should have been It should have been stick to
Yeah.
Northern California and Oregon, or do Oregon and Washington. Not, but it's like, and what's on our minds is, let's please the social media. Like, we need pictures
Yes.
from here, 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 here.
Right.
And that was early on when we first started. Like, now we go back and we never do that.
Yeah.
Like, it's gonna be, you can spend 14 days in a small part of Oregon and get amazing stuff.
Yeah.
Well, and with a full-time job of teaching and families,
Yeah, you know
you can't afford to travel out west. You can't afford to go do this. So that's kind of where
Yes.
our photography transformed into the
What's
cottages,
available.
the houses, the small town type stuff.
So do you like carve out a weekend every month or something like that? How do you?
I wish
or
we were that organized. And,
Was it just like whenever you can?
When I know I'm low and I've used photos, like, I'd say I posted a photo back in January, I'm thinking to myself, they know I just posted this photo, I'm gonna repost it.
Do you
So,
think they know?
no, they probably don't.
because I'll go to big accounts
Yeah.
and I'll see, oh, he posted that photo
Yes.
here 2 weeks
I know.
prior, he posted that same photo.
I know. I
So
see
no
people do
one-
it too.
No one knows, you know.
I know.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
when I get low, which I am right now, I'll plan to go, like, I'll probably go out sometime this week. And me and Chloe took a drive yesterday and I saw a lot of good opportunities, so I'm gonna go back to those spots and try to get them. So yeah, if I know I'm low, then I'm gonna go out, but
Yeah.
like, we didn't get to go to England this summer because we bought a house. Had I went to England, I would be set probably for a solid year
Oh yeah.
to post photos from England. Like, thing about being a full-time photographer, and when you have clients that you're working for, if you're shooting for like Yellow Bean or Danner or something, like, then the pressure's on.
Oh yeah.
Like, we're able to go out and shoot what we want.
Sure.
And if we see like a cool Land Rover Defender or something, we can take a picture of it, tag them. Maybe it leads to something, maybe it doesn't, but that's what interests us.
Yeah.
We're gonna take pictures of it. We don't have pressure on us.
There's something nice about not having the pressure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We started our business, Rossi Studio, and it was at that point where you realized, like, all right, we just took this from a hobby to now it's a business.
Yeah.
And you have to make money.
Yeah.
And the
Something zaps the pleasure out of it.
part of me, like, I don't want to say like I have regrets or anything, like, but part of me is like, did we do that at the right time?
Yeah.
Could we have waited longer?
I think we were impatient, as a lot of young people are. You
Yeah.
get impatient when you're young, like, you want it to happen right now.
Everybody
Whereas-
needs a Roy Disney. You know, Walt had the vision, and he, you know, famously cast the vision, and then some of it was ludicrous and stuff. And then Roy just had to come in and work out the specifics about how to put it, you know, practically into place. But I know that feeling, man. I have several reviews right now that I'm sitting on, and like I don't know if it's the heat. I'm wanting to blame everything on the heat.
Oh yeah, it takes it out of you. For sure.
You know, we live in an old house. The air conditioner's like beating against the 80% humidity and the 90-degree heat, and it's like I just don't have it in me,
Yeah.
man.
What inspires you when you're stuck?
My Instagram page started for me as just kind of like another Facebook page. If you go far enough back in my profile, you'll just see family photos and pictures of food. And I got dressed one day, and it was on an election day, and I had put together a red, white, and blue outfit. And I just posted. Never posted anything like that before, and it got more of an engagement than any of the food pictures I took. And so then part of what I was having fun with was just the whole experience of growing a following. You know, like you get 500 follows and 1,000 and then 2,005 and so that becomes exciting. And then you find friends in the community, and you know, you're kind of planning ideas with, you know. But for me, at one point, it became an avenue to introduce the gospel message into an arena where it otherwise maybe not.
That's important
Yeah.
for us with followings too,
Yeah,
because in the photography space, a lot of photographers don't share their faith,
yeah,
and I'm reaching someone that lives in
That's right.
Iraq.
Yes.
All I gotta do is share a video.
Yeah,
And that could change everything for them.
I agree.
So that's one thing I use my platform
Yeah.
for, is to share.
And I've posted some things, some photos that I've taken and gotten so much heat from people.
Yeah.
And, you know, I used to be, I'm not gonna share my political beliefs and all
Yeah.
that stuff. That changed a couple years ago, where I was just like, you know what, I don't really care anymore. But, you know, I'll post a picture, you know, we went to the inauguration
Yeah.
last year, we went in 2016. Well, I took a picture, I posted on my story, I got so much hate.
Yeah,
And, you know, nothing I said was politically charged.
right.
I thought it was a cool picture. But a lot of people would comment, they'd DM, they'd say hateful things, and we're not afraid. We're obviously Christian. We're obviously,
It's in our Bible.
You know.
It's the first word in our Bible.
Yeah.
Christian. And so that way, when you go to that page,
Yeah,
you know what you're getting.
Yeah.
yeah, Christian, conservative, in that we want to conserve. We
Yeah.
want to conserve history. We want to conserve traditions.
Yeah.
We want to
We're
conserve
bringing back.
values. And I think that's what goes back to the pictures that we take, the way we present ourselves in the photos. It's all classical. It's vintage.
It takes you back to a time where people really thought about the way they dressed. They thought about
They cared.
what they built. You know, it wasn't. There's a lot of on these houses around here. There's a lot of elements, designs, whatever on these houses where it doesn't really serve a purpose.
Right.
But it's beautiful. It's beauty. Whereas now we strip all the beauty away, and we can put a house up today in 45 days
Yeah.
and sell it for $800,000.
Yeah,
And it might stand for 100 years. It probably won't.
yeah,
When you got these houses around here, it took them years to build some of these houses. Years. And they're just the detail.
mhm.
We forget, we've lost all the detail.
Yeah, I think there's something important in that. And that's where I think the need for creativity in the lives of people is important, because we undervalue the importance of beauty, like objective beauty.
That is a good point. That's something that I told him yesterday. We believe that beauty is objective.
Yeah.
Something's beautiful or it's not.
Yes.
A car is beautiful or it's ugly. A
Yeah.
house is beautiful or it's ugly. What we wear is beautiful or ugly. That's objective.
Painting.
Yeah.
Um,
When somebody has to explain to me why something is beautiful,
Right.
I think they're selling me something.
Right. We are told on social media, look at this, it's beautiful.
Yes.
Some people buy it.
Yeah.
Some people believe it.
Yeah.
Other people who can see through it are like, why are you trying to sell me this?
Yes.
I know in my head, but this is not beautiful.
Yes.
This is ugly.
Well, you see some of those reels that pop up. There's actually a great account on Instagram you may know about it called War on Beauty. It's
Mhm.
this
Yeah.
Catholic girl that
Yeah.
does these videos about
Yeah, I
how
think I follow her.
yeah, they were ripping, sometimes intentionally and sometimes unintentionally, like where public spaces used to be something that was to elevate the gaze and the kind of aim of the public person.
Isn't it called brutalism?
Brutalism, yes, yeah.
It's very damaging
Yeah.
to society.
And you see it a lot of it with the communist movement. And I've heard people talk about that it's almost intentional, because when people have faith in God, when they have ambitions, when their gaze is elevated and they see themselves as a unique individual going through a unique experience, which is life, they're harder to govern sometimes that way than when you beat them down emotionally and mentally and psychologically and spiritually, and they're now just part of a collective. They're easier to govern that way.
Mm-hmm. And I think
So-
in our pictures, we try to show people like this is beautiful.
Yes,
They may not, on their day to day, they may not look at the light post out there. And they don't even think twice about the light post out there.
yeah,
That thing's hideous.
yeah,
It used to be even the light post,
Yes.
even the thing that helped the trash cans on the street.
yes,
or a handrail or a mailbox.
Yeah, you would see maybe like carves of a lion or
Yeah.
something in
Yeah.
it. Today, go out there, look around, see how plain everything is,
Yeah.
see how boxy everything is.
Look at every fast food restaurant.
Every
today.
fast food restaurant.
Look at every new neighborhood that goes in.
Yes.
The houses are really close together. They all look the
They all
exact
look
same.
exact same.
You know, they get you by saying, you can pick out your countertops.
Yes.
You can pick out your.
That's all you get.
Yeah.
Here's the choices that you get, and you look at that and you're like, oh, that's
This is
great.
a custom house.
Yeah, this is a custom built home. Yeah.
Even the wood that they use today in these new builds,
Yeah.
the wood hasn't aged properly.
Yeah.
You can, they say you can look at the rings on the 2x4s or whatever. There's less than there was 100 years
Yeah.
ago. The wood is so soft.
Yes.
It even comes down to that.
Yeah.
Like we're taking the shortcut on everything.
Yeah.
What can be done the fastest, the easiest, and the cheapest?
For what reason? So what is it, do you think, about life in a small town, particularly Franklin, that helps kind of foster these thoughts, like the creativity, the intensity? Because I think everyone included in this conversation, even Julie, we're all a little strange in the sense that we care about things enough to come here
Yeah.
to this house and sit down and record a conversation. You know, like we all care about this stuff. So what is it, do you think, about your experience growing up in Franklin that leads you or leads a person down this path?
First, I just want to say I think it's very fitting that this interview is taking place in the Harding Museum.
Yeah.
I think this house was built in 1901. What's crazy to me is that this house used to be on the corner where your parents lived,
Yeah.
and they moved it
That's
over
right.
here.
That's right.
That's insane to me. This house is massive.
Yeah.
So you know, we're talking about this classic architecture, the classic clothes, all of that, and it's just so fitting that this interview is taking place in a room like this, in a house like this. But as far as like our inspiration for photography and travel, I think you were going to speak on a book that we read in high school that kind of.
Yeah, it kind of inspired us
Yeah.
in a huge way. We read the book Into the Wild, which they still read
Oh,
today.
yeah.
We watched the movie in Miss Edwards' class. That was, for both of us, like the stepping stone to, there's more out there.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta go out there and be uncomfortable. You gotta do things that the average person they're gonna turn down because
Yes.
they're afraid. Being reserved and afraid and comfortable, you're not gonna succeed.
You're
You're
not
not
gonna
gonna,
grow.
you're not gonna grow. So it was that book and that movie that got us wanting to go out there and see things.
We loved this book so much that so he went to South Dakota. So if you know Into the Wild, Chris McCandless, this kid.
Is he the one that ended up
in the bus.
In Alaska.
in the bus?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's traveling, he goes off on his own. He meets this guy, Wayne Westerberg, in South Dakota, and works for him. Well, he went to South Dakota, this town where Wayne
Oh,
lived.
really?
Well, he asked some people, Carthage, South Dakota, there's no one there. It's like
50 people there.
He said he went up to someone there and said, "You know Wayne?" They said, "Yeah." Gave him his number. He contacted him, met Wayne. A couple years later, us two and my wife go back to South Dakota. We stay with him. So in the movie, Vince Vaughn plays Wayne Westerberg, this guy that we stayed with.
Yeah.
So we got to see the movie script. Sean Penn gifted him his car.
Oh,
So we
really?
got to see the car, like
The photos, that he
photos.
took, the handwritten letters that he wrote, and that just kind of furthered the fascination.
with exploring adventure.
So you think
travel.
this curiosity, this
It was sparked by a book by a teacher at Franklin High School.
Yeah.
That's, I don't know if she knows how much we really like that
yeah.
story,
But the fact that it inspired us to take photos,
Right.
I think is
you can put some credit to her.
being in teaching. I went to Franklin, we graduated 2012, so it wasn't that long ago. But we were of the mindset of, I gotta get out of here.
Yes.
You know, I can't stand this place, I just wanna
A
go.
lot of people have. that
And we
feeling.
did.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
did. He
We
went to
did.
Houston, I went to LA.
I went to Houston,
Oh.
Texas with my wife. Hurricane Harvey hit. We ended up moving home.
Yeah.
And you get older and you realize, like, where you're from. That's pretty special. It's
Yeah.
pretty important.
Yeah.
I don't want to leave. I don't plan on leaving. I'm proud to say that I'm from Franklin.
Yeah.
I think on our website, like it says Franklin, Ohio.
Yeah.
I love seeing when there's somebody doing something and they mention Franklin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's a special place.
I think it is.
And when it comes to photography, there's a lot of good places to take photos.
My highest viewed reel on Instagram is actually, I think my 2 highest viewed is one of a house on Miami, transition behind a tree to reveal the house. Got 6 million views. And it's of a house here in Franklin.
Yeah.
It's my highest viewed reel.
Yeah.
And then there's another one, where the Franklin College or Lincoln College, it's vacant now. It's right
Yeah,
here.
yeah, yeah.
There's a house that sits back up on the hill. That got 5 million, and it's just a bunch of leaves there. They're like, where is this?
Yeah.
Where's this magical place?
It's gotta be Vermont or Connecticut or Massachusetts. It's Southwest Ohio.
Yeah. So, dream jobs, like as far as the photography is concerned, what would be your dream project? Some sort of landscape, kind of into the wild type thing, or would you do?
Yeah.
Would rather work with some kind of brand, like
For me, there's like,
so perfect marriage, maybe like a North Face where you can both be, you know what I'm saying?
yeah, there's a couple brands out there. One that I really like is Thomas Farthing.
Mhm.
They're out of London. So I would love to do something with them, going around the UK and
Yeah,
doing some sort of shoot, or
Just like a country living magazine.
Right.
Type thing.
yeah,
The
yeah.
flowers, the house, the garden.
like a house and garden UK. I love that account. If I could travel around England or all of the UK and shoot different cottages and the interiors, the gardens, that for me would probably be my number one. But I could also see myself like going out west and doing something. I think doing something for like Land Rover.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that'd be cool.
But take like the old stuff.
I can't say that mine's any different
Yeah.
than that.
Well,
It's
you
pretty
already
much,
did.
It's pretty much the same.
Yeah.
If we could do it together,
Yeah,
yeah.
that would be ideal.
Oh, it'd be amazing.
Yeah,
Give us all summer, and we'll go out
and
and
100 grand.
Yeah, take pictures and video. Yeah, that would be the dream.
Yeah.
Right there.
Which
It
you'll
could happen.
you'll see in our photos, like we try to make it look old.
Yeah,
And sometimes you'll go to a spot that you wanted to get, and there's some car, or
Oh,
there's
yeah.
there's something on the front porch that you would like not to be
Yeah.
there.
Welcome.
Well, a welcome sign,
Yeah.
or this is us, or
Yes.
something like that. You're just like
like that sign that was hanging up back
Yeah.
there, right?
something interesting you said about being created in the image of God.
Yeah,
So this is I listened to a guy, Dennis Prager.
yeah,
He came up with the unhappiness formula. So he's all about happiness. He's a political commentator, happiness commentator. So he came up with a formula that's the unhappiness formula. Have you heard of it? It's unhappiness equals image minus reality. So if we go into everything knowing that we're creating an image of God,
Yeah.
we can't create an image for ourselves.
right,
Therefore, our reality is our reality, and we're fine with it.
Yeah.
We're happy with it. It's when we create this image of someone we're not, based on things that we see, like on social media.
right,
Because we all do it. I'm trying my best to get better at that, but to not have an image, to know that I'm created in the image of God, so that I'm not let down by my reality.
Yeah.
Because if I do compare myself, if I do create this image of, I want to have this many likes, this many followers, I want to do this kind of work, I want to have this much money, the reality most likely is I'm not going to have any of those things.
Yes.
And so my unhappiness level is going to be very high.
Yeah.
If I create no image for myself, then I'm dissatisfied with my reality.
Yeah.
I'm happy.
Yeah.
Well, I think there's something that kind of can wrap all this stuff up in kind of a bow, and it kind of plays into all of the different topics that we've talked about, which is, and to use Ecclesiastes to make that, is that all of these individual pursuits in our lives in and of themselves will not make life worthy, but that life is worthy and that we should enjoy all of the moments in that life is really where the kind of pleasure of life is. And you get that in a good photo, is that you're capturing this moment in time and you're appreciating the moment for what it is. You're not making it into something it's not. I mean, you do some editing and stuff like that, but you are preserving this moment in time and kind of celebrating the reality of which you live, which God has placed you in. You're not in California, you're not in, England, you're in Franklin, Ohio. And sometimes that can be beautiful. Well, Justin, just joking. Justin, good to see you guys. Thank you for spending some time and talking with us.
It was fun.
Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you soon. People understand that, but oh, that's the Harding Museum film. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's nice seeing.
Are we back on?
Yes.
Okay.
Action.
One of our best spots in Vermont, he found it on Zillow. It was a house.
No, it was a barn on a magazine cover. I ended up getting on Zillow.
Zillow.
Yeah, so Zillow came after it was.
You guys
and-
better not start fighting, because I don't think Julie and I can bring you guys up.